Hi, Conor Orr. How are you?
I'm doing well, thanks. How are you?
We're bringing in Conor Orr from Sports Illustrated. He just asked us the sweetest question. He goes, how's the article doing in Detroit? Is it doing okay? Is it doing all right? Dude, we lost our minds yesterday. This is crazy.
That's great to hear. It doesn't normally go that way, when you write something. So this is, I'm really enjoying this.
They're going to rename Cobo Hall down here again, and I think it's going to be Conor Orr Hall.
Yeah, we don't really know for anyone named Orr. I mean, after Bobby, but yeah, no. For folks who don't know, like, what the hell are you guys talking about? Sports Illustrated, the NFL previews came out, and you guys picked our Lions to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, it was every year we do that, right? We pick an NFL champion, we go and we preview the team, and we, kind of write something about not only the team, but sort of the process behind everything, the town, kind of something that's going on. And, Detroit for us was, super obvious choice this year. This is, I think they're the most complete team in the NFL, best coach team in the NFL. And, I hope it happens. The city deserves it. That's for sure.
It's it really is a well-written piece, Conor, and I think you captured what we've seen over the past couple of years, the evolution of the Lions with Taylor Decker as well. I'm so glad that and I don't want to give a lot of it away. We have this keyword is Lions.
Yes.
And we have a link, and the images alone are just text us, 248-398-9279. That's our house phone number. We'll send it to you. But you captured what we are seeing here as Lions fans, that we've gotten rid of the SOL, the same old Lions. We're beyond that. That's old news. We're done. And Dan Campbell and Brad Holmes and everybody. But Taylor Decker, to me, is that first cog in the wheel that changed it. You know what I mean by that, Conor?
Yeah, and I mean, he'll be the first to say that he was driven down. He was cynical about, being in the NFL. And when Dan Campbell came, there were coaches that just begged him, like, hey, can you do one more? Can you buy into one more guy and believe that this is the guy who won't break your heart, let you down, not know what he's doing? And he was really the one that turned it around. And Dan did some stuff for him. He called him and said, hey, I heard you liked your position coach. What if I kept him? Would that mean anything to you? And he really did things that were unorthodox when it comes to a coach getting his first and possibly only crack at a head coaching job. So I think it was really the two of them that really started kind of pulling some roots up and laying some foundation.
Now, Conor, I know you did write about it a little bit in that article. Again, keyword Lions for people who want to check it out. But as somebody national and looking at this team, who's maybe one guy that we didn't quite see take off last year that you're going, this is going to be the year?
Well, I think it's one of those things where, I think now that we kind of understand Campbell's vision a little bit more and we understand what he was looking for, like, there's guys like Alex Anzalone and Khalif Raymond and all these free agents that they brought in, and you're thinking, okay, like, what was the reason behind that? But then you start to understand, like, Dan was looking for so many specific things and so many specific character traits that maybe these guys were undervalued in other places, but, they're super valuable with the Lions, and they can do very specific things that can help them out. I mean, Alex Anzalone said something really funny. Like, when I was talking to Dan Campbell, it's like, yeah, I could go to the Lions with you guys, or I could go to the Chiefs, but I feel like if I go to the Chiefs, I'm not really going to be helping anybody there. They're going to win with or without me, but I can be here and I can be part of something. And so it's pretty cool. You amass a bunch of guys that really all kind of feel that way together.
And in the story, you do a wonderful job of touching on the vibe in Detroit. And we've all seen the rebirth of downtown and Midtown and Corktown and all the different neighborhoods, but it's not complete. We're not done. There's still areas of Detroit. You go to West Detroit and you documented in there, and you did it in a way that was respectful, talking about the process and what we're still in the middle of doing as we try to rebuild, for lack of a better word, not only the Lions, but Detroit. That's an interesting component. Did you learn something about our city with all this?
100%. And, I'll say it too. I mean, I'm from Scranton, and we have that same sort, Scranton, Pennsylvania, and we sort of have that same vibe where, there's just going to be pockets of that place that are perpetually trying to recover and rebuild from industry that was left behind or some sort of a change. And so I was raised absolutely with a sensitivity towards that. And so we tried to come in and, not like a lot of the other places, just assume that, magic switch is flipped, but really try to meet someone and allow that person to speak, meet a native Detroiter and allow that person to speak for the rebuild on their own account. Someone who doesn't get any money, no grant money, no funding, no millions of dollars or anything like that. And that was the safest way we felt that we could help tell this story. And so we were very lucky to meet with the bishop, Michael Martin from Gospel Tabernacle, I believe is the church's name.
Such a cool guy. Such a cool guy.
Yeah, I mean, rebuilt a church that he bought himself for $4,900. So if you buy a church for $4,900, you can kind of envision in your head, what it looked like when you started.
Right.
So you're going to come watch a game this year?
I hope I'm going to be there for a lot of games this year. I mean, I will say this too. I don't know if I can further ingratiate myself to the fan base, but I did write earlier in the year after my June trip to Detroit that Slo's Barbecue rivals anything that I've had in Kansas City.
Whoa!
And so I'm really finding like Detroit is like a potential like second home for me. I'm enjoying it there.
Dude, we love that.
Nice.
The chicken sandwich, right? The barbecue's good. The chicken sandwich is Slo's all day. All day. All right, now we're all hungry. Conor, we appreciate the time. Congratulations on what you're doing with Sports Illustrated, and thank you for writing. And obviously, you guys, again, I want to hear you say it. Who's going to win the Super Bowl this year?
The Detroit Lions are going to win the Super Bowl.
I'm sorry. I have to go smoke a cigarette now, Conor. I feel like that's as close to lion sex I'm ever going to get, man. No, Conor Orr from Sports Illustrated. Keyword again is Lions.
Lions.
Yeah, we appreciate the time. Let's stay in touch over the course of the year, and when you come to town, we'll take you out for a Coney. That'll be next, okay?
All right, please do. I'm looking forward to it.
Done. Conor, have a great weekend.
Thank you. You too, guys.
Thanks. Good guy. Conor Orr from Sports Illustrated.
Don't you love that? He's just fallen in love. This guy's, he's going to buy a place here.
Yes. Well, the New York Times did it for like 20 years, taking pictures of the Packard plant and talking about rebirth. Can we move on, please?